Joe. We're super excited here. I'm so excited that you made it to day 4 here. Okay, we're going to go into how to grow your inventory and the importance of growing your inventory. We're going to go into a little story called the Golden Goose Principle. We've all heard this story before. It's about the person that had the golden egg that's getting the golden egg every single day from this goose. And after a while, what happens? Person gets a little greedy and he opens up the goose to get more golden eggs. He only finds 1, maybe 2. And guess what? He destroyed his producing golden egg opportunity. Same thing with this business. You get in the starter kit, you're getting all this jewelry. Once you sell it all, we don't want you to just take all the profits. It's a business. You got to give it a little TLC. You got to start growing your inventory. You got to start, okay, we want you to make profits.
Oh, but hold up, Robbie, hold up. Okay, you guys, I'm sorry. I just had to jump in here. I know Robbie knows all about this, and he's got like the most amazing system that you are going to see, and he's got it. He's going to talk about it here in a second.
Make some money. We got to make some money while we're growing that jewelry.
Robbie's brain is brilliant that he comes up with these things that it just makes sense. So with that being said, I really want to point out it is very important for you to grow your inventory just because, one, like, are we the same? No. If you were exactly like your neighbor, this life would be so boring. And so this is really great that's what I love about paparazzi, because you get new inventory every single day and the really styles are constantly changing. Things sell out and they bring back new things. They stay up with the trends. So because of that, during the week, I love to wear something just short and dainty. But when I go out on the town, I want something big, I want glitzy, I want sparkles.
Gotta be looking good.
And so this is something that's wonderful because you're gonna hit all different personalities. Right. You don't want to just buy what you like, because what you like isn't what Robbie's gonna like, what someone else is going to like. So it's important for you to get all different styles, necklaces, short, long, different colors, just because you're gonna hit different personalities. Along with that, it helps you with inventory just to add things together. Right. So then it's having, what's it called? Upselling.
Right.
So we want you to make money. So it's, here, I'm gonna show you this necklace, but if you have a pair of earrings to match it, then you just sold 2 items. So you just made more money.
Just like McDonald's. Like you go to McDonald's, you ask for a burger. What do they always ask you? Okay, do you want a Coke with that? You want to put that in a combo? Do you want some fries? They're trying to upsell you. So when you have a variety, it's easier to put them in sets and do that. I'm going to talk to you, going back to the building your inventory, I'm going to give you a little plan. I'm going to go into a little bit of this spreadsheet of some ideas of how to grow your profits and grow your inventory at the same time.
So we just talked about the Golden Goose Principle and growing our inventory and the importance of that. But some of you might be having the question of, how much do I really invest into my company? How do I really make this an actual company and not just a hobby? Like, what numbers? How much should I really be buying more of when I purchase some things? When I purchase jewelry and I sell, like, how much should I be buying and how much should I get to, right? So we have a really cool tool here. This is called the Google Sheet. And just like Excel, it's a spreadsheet. So we're going to make this super simple. If you're not very familiar with this, we made it simple for you, so don't worry about it. So if you just have, all you need is to have a Google account. If you're not very familiar with Google Sheets, or a Gmail account, and just click the link below, and a little pop-up will come up and say, copy. Do you want to copy the spreadsheet? Just say yep. And so this is here. Made it super simple, so you don't have to worry about any of the formulas. Anything in yellow is what you have to deal with. So look, 1 column, made it super simple. Okay. And if you do decide, if you know a little bit of the Google Sheet or Excel stuff, and you want to mess around with this, and you do mess up something, don't worry about it. Just come back in, copy another sheet, and don't worry about it. Okay, nice and easy. So starting out, I'm going to go into each one of these columns and kind of explain this a little bit with you. So first of all, the weeks, I just put from week to week. I just kind of number them. If you want to, this could be from party to party. So you know how much, if like, okay, I sold 20, and how much did I buy for my party that I just did? This could be from week to week if you want to do an actual week. I don't know if you want to do from Monday to Monday, but I'm just going to put in 7 days from whenever. So you can kind of guess here. This is just a way to kind of, you highlight 2 of these things and you kind of drag it down to kind of get an idea of some different weeks. You can kind of just go in here and manually do it just like I did. So whatever you want to do with the weeks. So starting out with your current inventory. So obviously this is yellow, so you want to put this part in. Depending on what kit size you buy or whatever you want to start, you're looking at this to kind of see what you want to do. So let's just say we do the $99 kit. Let's just see how much we can, if we want to reinvest 100%, if we want to do 90, I have these different tabs down here. If like if I want to invest 90% back into the company, if I want to do 80, if I want to do 50. So we're going to start with just saying we want to grow our inventory as soon as we can. And what's great about that is when we invest 100% in the business, we're not taking money out of our own pocket again to buy more and more and more. It's just like, hey, I sold a certain amount and I'm just replacing and buying more from what I sold. So let's go in here. Let's say our first party, we killed it. We did 20 pieces, or let's just say we did 25. And so we come over here with the income. So you might be thinking, okay, I thought each piece was $5, but I'm going to incorporate just a kind of overall rule of thumb that like I added in a little bit of sales tax in here that you're charging your customers that like, okay, I just put $5.20. You can see, okay, right here, I made $130 from this party or from this live sale that we're obviously gearing you towards on day 7. So over here is the cost of goods sold. That means what it will cost to just replace these 25 pieces. And you might be thinking, oh, I thought each piece was $275. Well, what Paparazzi does is they factor in their own sales tax. That way you as a business don't have to file quarterly stuff and kind of get on the logistics and kind of the crazy headache stuff of doing sales tax to the state. They do it for you. So that's why you want to charge a little bit of sales tax over here to make up for this sales tax that Paparazzi paid to you. So over here is the net profit of what you actually made on top of what you would need to replace the jewelry. So over here, if you invest 100% into that, this is how much you would buy on top of what you would replace. So over here, this is what the total amount. This is a big column that you want to look at of how much you want to buy to replace the jewelry of what you sold and buy the extra of the profits that you did. Okay. So right here, obviously we like to buy intense because of Hostess rewards. So something you can do here is, okay, I want to take advantage of the Hostess rewards as much as possible. I want to buy 50 instead. But what that means is you're going to have to pull out a little bit of your pocket, right? So what you can do is take this extra 3 pieces and put it to the next week. You just say, okay, I have an extra 3 pieces I got to buy next week. That way, let's say right here we sold maybe 46, 47 pieces. We have another, we want to buy another 46 or 47 pieces. Those 3 pieces go into that, if that makes sense. So something I did over here is once you buy these, let's just say we buy these 43 pieces right here. Another cool thing right here is obviously the $100 rule that if you buy $100 or more with Paparazzi, you get free shipping. So I think around 37, 38 pieces is the $100 rule. So 40, you get the 4 Hostess rewards and $100. So that's cool. What I did over here is I did a cool little calculation for you so you don't have to worry about this, but I added in these 4 extra Hostess rewards pieces on top of this. So right here, you have the 35 minus the 25, which would be 10. So plus the 18 on top of that, this would be 53, but I added in this extra 4 pieces of Hostess rewards. That way you know, like, okay, actually, I'm really at 57 pieces. That's pretty cool. So if you want to do that, so let's just kind of do this as a projection if you want. Let's just say we start selling, our first month we're selling 20 pieces. Okay, next month we start doing well. We start selling 25, we start selling 30, and let's just say for the rest of the year we sell 30. Okay, I'm just going to grab this and drag this down. That way we kind of know where we're at. If we invest 100% back into the business and we really want to go gung-ho and really take this to the max. Okay, we're at 1,361 pieces, which is really, really cool because obviously once you get to more of these pieces, you're not going to only be selling 30 a week. So a good rule of thumb that we kind of heard from some trainings is normally each party you can sell at least 10% of what you have on stock. So it's kind of a good rule of thumb. I'm not one to kind of tell you where you should your benchmark where you want, but we've kind of heard 1,000 pieces, 500 pieces. So that's dependent on you. Okay. So let's just say I'm reinvesting 100% into my business. And after, let's just say we're going over here to 50%, which I'm going to pay myself 50% and reinvest 50% back in the business. And I get to 500 and I want to start making some money, start paying myself. So let's just see what that does. Okay. So let's just say we say the 20%, the 10%, we start selling 50 a party, okay, which you probably might be selling more. Let's just say that after a month, let's just see what we can be making right here. Okay, pay myself, I'm making $220 a month, okay, which is great, but we're still at the same time, we're still investing that $220 as well into the business. So you can see after a month, I'm almost at 100 extra pieces, okay. So let's just say as well, like we get to 1,000 pieces, that's my goal, it's my benchmark. And over here, here's an actual tab. So over here, here's the projections of like, okay, 43, but I want to carry these 3 over to the next week. So I only actually bought 40, what this does is what you can do is just say, okay, hey, you know what? I'm at 1,000 pieces over here, and I sold, let's just say I sold 150 right here. This way we can see, okay, did I really purchase 160 pieces over here? Or did I just, okay, I actually bought 160. That way I carried the one over. That way you can kind of come over here and it's like, actually, I only bought 100 pieces over here, even though it told me I should buy 160. So this is an actual thing. That way you can kind of see where you're at. Just like, okay, obviously, if I only purchased 100 and I sold 150, my inventory went down a little bit. So do you want to do that? Another thing I went into right here is paying yourself. I put 90% of this that I'm paying myself 90% of the profits. I'm still investing 10% over here. That way you can kind of see like, okay, over here, I'm going to get rid of this really quick. I'm going to kind of just get my formula back up here and just say, okay, after a month, I'm selling 150 after a month. This is 4 weeks after a month. You can kind of see what I'm making. Okay, I'm at 1,000 pieces. I'm selling 150 a week. Look, I pay myself right here $1,200, almost $1,300. Actually, no, $1,200. Sorry about that. $1,200 right here that I paid myself. I get $300 a week. 300 times 4 is $1,200. So you can kind of see, wow, some actual cool numbers that, hey, look, I'm paying myself real money. I'm still slowly growing my inventory a little bit, and I'm not just killing the golden goose and just taking all the profits. Okay, so I'm just taking the actual net profit amount in there. And something that's cool about this is you can kind of see paying yourself. It would be nice to have a separate bank account, or you can have like a sub account that like, okay, I'm paying myself, I see this income. That way you don't mix kind of your personal and your business funds, because it's easy once all this money comes into your personal account just to like maybe use it for groceries or like vacation of your dream or something. You see all this extra money coming in. Be smart with your money. You know, if you can kind of separate it, that way you're not touching the money that you just purchased with all your income from there. So really cool tool from all of this. If you have any questions, let us know with any of this. And again, here's your different tabs you can kind of play around with how much money you actually want to invest into the company. Again, if you make some sort of mistake, like, okay, I came in here and I did something and I actually deleted something out and something isn't right, just go back in and re-download the sheet again. It's okay. It's going to be easy. So awesome. Super excited for you guys to grow your inventory and turn this into actual business and not a little hobby. And hope you know that we love you and love your life.